I'm continuing on because I ran out of time. Okay, so the elders respond back to the parents and say, call your daughter. The parents are like, we haven't spoken to her in so long. And so then, the elders like, sorry, we can't do nothing for you. You got to figure it out on your own. Don't you have like money saved up? Well, no, because we done devoted every weekend to you. We went to all the congregation meetings and we went to all the conventions, and a lot of those times, like, I lost this job that was a really great opportunity, but I was standing for my faith, and they told me I had to work that Friday. I needed to go I needed to be at work on that Friday that you said that the convention started. So, we put our faith in Jehovah. But then they fired me. But then you guys told us that Jehovah will provide. And then, then I became, a lunch lady. And, my husband became a janitor. And so we were doing that for a while. But then that just got too physically exhausting. And then they let us go for other people who were younger that could do it. And then, we started selling these things or whatever. Okay, we didn't make enough money, so we don't have life insurance. We don't have money to put ourselves in assisted living. We barely have money to pay our mortgage, and we had to take out some type of loan on the mortgage. I don't know what people do. Okay, what actually people have done. Okay, I'm not making this up, just out of the blue. Okay, I'm taking a lot of different situations and putting it in one. Okay, let me continue on. And the elders are looking like, it ain't our fault. No, that's not what they say. They just be like, okay, we can't do nothing. And so the parents have no choice. They have no choice but to go to their daughter. And it's not like, it's not like they don't really want to. In some cases, I'm sure parents are jumping at the first opportunity that they can. And then other parents are kind of just like embarrassed by that, because they stood 10 toes down in what they thought was a good thing to do. Okay, so then here goes them calling their daughter. Daughter picks up. Mom? Dad? That whole thing. Or it might not be like that, but, it's emotional nonetheless. And the parents like, hi, daughter. We did miss you. We did see those calls. We chose not to answer because you decided to go be a worldly girl and you didn't want to believe in the true religion. But, we stuck true to our faith, but now we can't wipe our ass and barely feed ourselves. Can you come take care of us? And the daughter's like, this is why you called? And they're like, yeah. We were basically told to reach out to you because the congregation can't do anything for us. The organization, the Jehovah's Witness Watchtower Society themselves, they won't do anything for us. And then she's like, just imagine the confliction of the daughter. She could either be like forgiving and running off to them to go help her parents, right? And, she could have a whole family. She could have kids and a husband and all these little different things, or whatever. And then, or she could be like, yeah, no, this really hurt. And like, I'm, what did you say? Battered and hurt by this. So you reap what you sow. You decide to make your choice. I'm making my choice. She doesn't have to. The daughter does not have to go to her parents, right? And help her parents in their old age. There's been way too many cases like that. And it's sick and it's disgusting that the Watchtower Society, the Jehovah's Witness organization, has allowed these type of things to happen and has put people in these type of predicaments. And that's just one example. That's just one example of actual scenarios that has happened. Let's not even talk about the individuals who no longer live on this earth because they were that deep down in depression because of being cut off from their family for years. I have to be careful about how I say this, but one of my best friends felt like it was too painful to be disfellowshipped and cut off from his life or from his family, but also felt like he wasn't being true to himself, and it was too conflicting. And at that time, I did not know that his uncle was one of the governing body members, one of the top leaders of the whole organization of Jehovah's Witnesses, of Watchtower Society. At the time, I never knew that. As long as we were friends, no one knew that in my family. And everybody knew how close me and my friend Steven were. Okay. And not just me, but also another sibling, how close we all were to each other. And like, he just couldn't take it anymore. And now he's no longer here. And he wrote a note before he did what he did to himself. He wrote a note and said, this was the reason why. The religion was the reason why. And so that has also been covered up within the organization. The Jehovah's Witnesses have not shed light on that. As a matter of fact, they distance themselves from that and do not hold themselves accountable in any part of that whatsoever, along with the CSA, okay, that has happened within the organization, and how it's a haven for people who prey on young individuals. Okay, here again, I'm choosing my words carefully because I don't want to get a violation here on this platform. Okay, and the human trafficking that goes on, the free labor that goes on amongst the witnesses. Okay, the leaders will tell the members, if you can't make it to your meetings because of your job, you need to find a new job, but also be able to support yourself, because we're not going to support you. So figure out how you can make that Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday meeting. Okay, they did get rid of one of the meetings in like 2010 or something like that. Okay, and like that was kind of a huge relief when I was a witness at that time. I was just like, whew, like I got a little bit more time on my hands. No, it still was like a lot still, okay? Because even though you're supposed to go out and field service on Saturday, you are still supposed to be preaching and getting your hours throughout the rest of the week as well, okay? Then you're preparing for the meeting. You're told to do your daily text. You're told to have family Bible study. Then you have your personal study. So it's always the religion, okay? There's no enjoying this life now that our grand creator gave us. You don't get to enjoy it to the extent that, you would really want to. You're just going to these meetings and devoting all your time and energy. Okay. And along with that, say there's being a Kingdom Hall being built. Okay, so the members are told like, hey, we need plumbers, we need electricians, we need people who can lay down floors, people who could build the structure of the Kingdom Hall, who know how to do all that. And then we need the sisters to cook the food for the brothers who are doing all the hard labor. And then like maybe the women can like paint some walls once it gets to that point and like, help clean up after. Okay. Free labor, human trafficking. The leaders of the organization don't have a program where the members can reach out and be like, hey, I'm struggling in paying my rent or my mortgage or my car note, car insurance, okay? Or I barely got clothes. Could you help us out? And they're like, yeah, no, we don't do that. But they have no problem asking you to help build a Kingdom Hall or another studio. What is it? Like a filming studio that they're building in upstate New York? Like for why? The end is coming, remember? Why are we doing that? Why do we need to have brothers and sisters fly out there on their own dime, on the members' dime, not the organization's? Like, it's not like they're paying for it, but on the members' dime, and having them build this film studio when the end is coming and is going to be here any moment now? Why?